everybody, and welcome. It's David-Dorian Ross right here. Let me tell you what we're doing today. Recently I got a message here on YouTube from a follower who asked about putting together the movements of the 24 form. See, I've got several different programs where I break down the whole 24 form movement by movement, but I guess that it's sometimes hard to put it all back together. So I thought, starting today, we do a whole series of videos on recombining the whole 24 form section by section. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at section 1. It has 5 distinct sections, and each section is composed of between, I'd say, 3 to 5 movements. In this first section, we have 5 distinct movements: opening the door, parting the horse's mane, the crane spreads its wings, brushing the knee in a twisted step, and finally, the hands can play the peepaw. And those are the 5 steps of section 1. So let's go ahead and take a look at section 1 in its entirety. Okay, so the most important thing that I want to cover in this walkthrough of section 1 is the footwork. So we are progressing through a series of movements that utilize the bow step, the Tai Chi lunge, the T step, which is actually not really a step at all. It's kind of just an intermediate toe tap position before stepping out into another bow step, and the empty step, which is all the weight on one foot and the other foot just sort of tapping the ground. All right, so we're going to go through the 5 movements of this first section, just the footwork. Now, the footwork in section 1 is a beautiful repeating pattern of movements. After opening the door, then you've got 3 bow steps with a T-step combination, sort of a bow step and then a T-step transition and another bow step 3 times. Then what I call the empty step change, which is moving from a bow step into an empty step. Now the critical thing, as I'll show you here, is that the bow step has width, has a channel, and the empty step does not, has no width, has no channel. And so part of the transition is to close that gap from channel to no channel. Then you do 3 more bow steps in brush knee in a twisted step, but the twisted step is a different kind of bow step, so you have to remember to square your hips up for the bow step in brush knee. And then finally, another empty step change for play the peepaw, this time with the heel down rather than the toe down for like in crane spreads wings. All right, so here we go. We're just going to focus on the footwork itself, not really working on and worrying about the hands here. So the 24 form starts with the feet together. Not all Yang style Tai Chi forms do, but this one does. Then you shift the weight over to the right foot. The left foot steps out nice and easy to about a little less than shoulder width, and then the whole body sinks down. Now here's an interesting little change here. You're going to go into your 3 steps for part horse's mane, but first shift the weight over to the left foot so you can turn the right toes in 45 degrees. Then back over here to your right foot, step out. See, I'm stepping sort of diagonal to make a channel, but I'm still going straight down what I call the lane, the direction of travel. Sit back. The whole body turns to the left, just 45 degrees, then come forward onto that left foot, step out into another bow step. It's an open bow step, so the hips don't square off here for part horse's mane. Sit back, turn out 45 degrees, shift forward, then step out, and one more time, part horse's mane. Then empty step change, closing that foot in for the crane spreads wings move. Now there's a body turn here that rotates left and right before you step out for brush knee. And again, here is that closed bow step. Sit back, 45 degrees step up. Lose my balance in the sand a little bit there. Gotta be nice and easy. Step up one more time. Another bow step, closing up the hips, and then empty step change. The heel comes down, and there we are for the final play the peep-off. Okay, so we're just going to walk through this form now. So you've seen the footwork. Let's just put all the pieces together. And once again, if you have not gone through the lesson about what the hands are doing, I've got some links down there in the description below. So just go check those out. So we start from the open the door position, feet together, left foot steps to the left about shoulder width, both hands float up, and then everything melts down, opening the door. Now, before you start to go into hold the ball for part horse's mane, the right foot turns in 45 degrees, then back to the right foot, step out into your channel, part horse's mane, one of three. Sit back, do your little 45-degree transition, step out, there's two of three, sit back, turn 45 degrees on that front foot. That was a little bit more than 45, but there we go, 45. Now, empty step change to create crane spreads wings. So remember, for the empty step here, you're closing the channel. Then step out. Now you can step into a T-step or not. That's kind of optional in a way. Some people do, some people don't. 3 steps here. Now remember, brush knee has a different kind of bow step. This is a closed bow step, Aobu, as opposed to the open bow step, the Schwinbu for part horse's mane. And then one more time, empty step change. Shofei pipa, play the pipa. Once again, we're starting from the open the door position. The weight shifts over to the right foot and the left foot steps out. Just a sort of a narrow shoulder width or hip width. Hands rise up in front, and then everything sinks down. The weight should be shifting into your heels right here. Turn those right toes in, back over to the left foot, then step out into your channel. Here's part horse's mane, one of three, right? This is an open bow step. Two of three. Now I'm being really sort of careful and just so you can see the walkthrough, but you want to be really relaxed and loose as you go through these movements. Empty step change, the hips square up for crane spreads wings. Close that channel with your toe. There you go. And then brush knee and push. Again, you're opening up the channel. One of three. There's two of three. And there's three of three, and then one more time, empty step change, playing the peepaw. All right, there we have it. That's our lesson for the day out here on this foggy beach. I keep waiting for the sun to break through the fog, but it hasn't done so yet. So I hope that the lighting isn't too terrible. But it's actually a beautiful beach out here, San Simeon State Beach up in Central California. If you're ever out this way, come on out and do a little Tai Chi on the beach, why don't you? So if this is your first time on this channel, I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. See, now you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I've got dozens and dozens of lessons like this, and I'm putting out new lessons every week. And if you want to be a part of those lessons, just subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get notified whenever there's a new lesson. All right, this is only section 1 of the 24 form. We're going to be doing the rest of the sections in upcoming videos, so be sure and come back and tune in for those other lessons. Thanks for watching today. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.